Yuck! Zack screamed. He grabbed for a higher branch and sunk his hand into a big blob of sticky sap. When he quickly pulled his hand away from the sap, he got sap all over his face. His screams startled Miss Ginger, who scampered down the tree and headed straight for home. Zack jumped out of the tree and started to chase after the cat, but tripped on a pine cone and tumbled on the ground. Grass stuck all over his body where the sap had been. There you are, Miss Ginger. Hannah picked up the cat and walked toward the house. Mama, Mama, I found Miss Ginger, Hannah said as she opened the door. There goes that good deed, Zack said to himself, pulling a blade of grass out of his mouth. Oh no, oh my, Zack's father said when he walked inside. What happened? Things didn't go anything like I had planned, Zack said. Baba, I have already done 2 good deeds today, Hannah said. Good job, Hannah, said their father. Why don't you do a third good deed and pour me a glass of iced tea? I'll be on the patio reading the paper, he said, closing the kitchen door behind him. Let me do, Zack said. Before he could say anything else, Hannah had poured their father a glass of iced tea and was out the door. Hannah, their mother called for upstairs. Will you please water the front lawn? But first move the spring. I'll do it, Zack answered, and left the house before she had finished her sentence. He turned the outdoor tap all the way on and went back inside. At least, this is one good deed that Hannah cannot ruin, he thought. Then something terrible happened. The kitchen door slammed open. Boom! Their father stood at the doorway, dripping with water from head to toe. He held a soggy newspaper under his arm and a glass of watered down iced tea in the other. Who gave me a sprinkler shower? Zack's father screamed. Sorry, Baba, Zack said. He started stomping up the stairs to his room. There goes that good deed. What a terrible day, Zack thought as he stared out the window of his room. No matter how hard he tried, everything was going wrong. Zack looked at his sister, who was helping their mother in the garden. They were laughing and having fun. It's all Hannah's fault, he whispered to himself. Hannah and her good deeds. Zack decided to go outside. The sun was so hot. Now it had dried up all the water from the sprinkler. He plopped himself down a patio chair. Nothing was turning out as he had planned. Hannah, would you hand me my garden gloves? They are in the pocket of my sweater, Mama said. Hannah reached in the pocket of her mother's sweater. I found a packet of gummy bears. May we eat them? Their mother hesitated at first. Okay, share them with your brother. There are 4 for you and 4 for me, she said, giving the sweets to Zack. Hannah ate her 4 quickly. Zack chewed slowly. He wasn't very hungry. Mama, do you want my last gummy bear? I don't want it, Zack said sadly. I want it, Hannah said, while digging in the garden with a hand shovel. I want it. It would be a good deed, Zack thought for a moment. He hadn't earned a good deed all day. Okay, you can have it. Zack started to hand his last gummy bear to his sister. Then something terrible happened. Hannah pulled the shovel out of the ground to reach for the candy. A huge wet wriggly worm flew through the air and landed on the top of Zack's head. As he shook his head and frantically ran his fingers through his hair to get it off, the gummy bear fell in the dirt. No one could eat it now. There goes that good deed, Zack said. I can't just earn. I can't get a good deed today, Zack said sadly. Mama smiled, but you did a good deed. How can I get a good deed? I never gave my gummy bear to Hannah, but you intended to give it to her, their mother explained. And that's what counts. The Prophet Muhammad said that whoever intends to do a good deed but does not do it still gets a good deed for his or her intention. A big smile appeared on his face. That means I have done 4 good deeds today. One for intending to give cookies to Ahmed's family, one for intending to bring Miss Ginger back home, one